Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Isabel and in 3 months I will be moving to Japan. That's soon and it's not planned out yet. So I just know on the 1st of April the semester starts and the rest will come hopefully in the next few months. At the moment I want to remember the great times I had in Japan and why I want to go back and live there. So today we talk about my experience of living with not just one, but 3 Japanese families in the countryside of Japan. So maybe if you're interested in staying in Japan for a longer period of time, I would really recommend staying with a Japanese family. I would say for other countries like maybe the US or also the South, Europe or something, people are more open and you get the chance to experience like the family life more easily than in Japan. In Japan, like most family or the homes are very private areas, and if you meet up with people, it's very rare that they like invite you to their home. You mostly meet up in a restaurant, in a bar, or even rent a hotel or something. So the private area is like really private. And if you have the chance to enter like the family life and become part of the inner circle, then it's something you should definitely like keep in mind or just try it out. And maybe you're now thinking, oh, I'm too old to do a house family stay, but no, everyone can do it. There are like new opportunities. I heard like a farm stay thing or short stay stuff. So just do a little Google search and I think you will find a homestay in Japan. Because nowadays it's also a way for Japanese people to get to know foreigners and maybe learn English and like experience new cultures without actually leaving the country. Okay, nowadays you can't leave the country and we can't enter Japan, so maybe next year and maybe the year after, but we will be traveling again. It will be fine again and we can all look back and like value the traveling more. And I have to confess a little something. I'm now a part of TikTok. Yes, I'm too old for this, I know. And I'm sorry for all the younger ones who feel shamed by my generation who's going on TikTok, but I was bored at home. I don't leave my house just for the supermarket, I would say. So I work from home, my university is online, and I'm bored. So I started TikTok, yes. So I lived in Takasaki in Gunma-ken with 3 host families, not just 1, but 3. I should mention that for the organization I went with, it was normal to change host families in Japan as the cost of living in Japan are quite high and the apartments or houses are quite small. So to balance the cost a little bit better for the families because they don't get any money, it was like more short stay around 3 or 4 months. But I would like maybe exclude the first one a little bit because it was like an emergency family, can you call it that? But the original family they cancelled before I even arrived, so I got the information directly before even knowing that I had another family. But for the emergency family, I could only stay 1 month and they were searching for another one. They were nice, but like formal, very formal. And I think it's because he was also my teacher and he was teaching my classmates, and it was always like I couldn't really enter the family. So I felt more like a guest in their house, and they were very nice and we went to a lot of museums and parks and we had good food, and he could drive me to school every morning and pick me up in the afternoon. But I wasn't really like the family image you had with the host family that I didn't get. I think it was okay. Maybe I would do the same in their situation. I don't think they applied to be host family. It was more like the emergency, and the school asked around who could take me in, and they said yes. So that was very nice of them. And yes, so the first day I'm excluding from the list, and I would call I had 2 host families, like real families. So the next one I went to was living a little bit outside of my city, and I had to ride my bike about 20 minutes, I would say, to the next train station, go by train to my school. And I lived with 2 host sisters. One was 1 year older and the other 1 year younger than me. So I was the new middle child. And it was really fun. It was a little bit a hard contrast. Before, my family was very organized and very formal and proper, and this one was like very energetic, chaotic, and like just real life, I would say. So the parents are very hardworking and they weren't at home a lot. So a lot of the time it was just us 3 sisters, and they would watch movies and go to karaoke and play catch and ball, walk the dog, and just lie around under the kotatsu. If you don't know a kotatsu, it's like a heated table where you could put your feet into it, and they had a lot of blankets and cushions around it. So a lot of the time, some of us would sleep the night over under the kotatsu and just woke up in the morning and be like, oh shit. Could happen. But in the winter, it's the best place to be, in the cold Japanese home. So yeah, I don't blame anyone who's sleeping under the kotatsu. I will do the same, I think, in the future. I will do that, definitely. So yeah, the family wouldn't do like a big fuss about me. We don't went to a lot of museums or stuff because the parents were working a lot. But it was just a normal life, and we woke up, went to school together, came back late, had dinner, and a lot of the time it would be like just takeout, and we would like came home and the parents came around 10 p.m. I would say, and we would go out again and grab some food, come back and watch TV a lot of the time until 1 a.m. I would say, and then woke up around 6 a.m. So yeah, not a lot of sleep, but at the weekend I could sleep in, and during that time I really liked sleeping in. The host sisters did too, so we slept until 12, I would say. Yeah, it was a slow life, it was nice. And after 3 months it was time to change again, and I remember this very clearly because I was very shocked. So I got a new host family, just an older couple, and the host mother was the head of kindergarten next to the school, and a lot of my classmates or schoolmates went to the kindergarten, and a lot of people knew my host mother. Also the teachers knew her, and I remember I got like called from my supervisor, teacher thing, whatever, and we went to the room and she was like, okay, I need to talk to you, we have to do the talk. And I was like, okay, the talk sounds serious. And she was very serious and talking about the rules for my new host family, and was like, okay, she's very strict and you can't wear this, you must do that, you have to clean, you have to do that, and behave and be nice and be formal and respect the elder, kind of thing. And I was like really shocked because at that moment I lived with like a family who didn't really care what I was doing, and we were just like, okay, having fun and joking around a little bit. Then I had the talk and I was like really scared to change the families. Also my host mother at that time was like jokingly around, like for me it wasn't a joke, but she was laughing around, your life will change, and I was like, my god, where will they send me? And I was really scared, but not so much scared, but like sad. Like I thought about, okay, it would be my time in Japan. I started to enjoy it. I started to learn more Japanese. I started to have like a normal life, and I don't know, I enjoyed my life. And then it was like, okay, from now on, it will be hard. So how did my life change? Did I hated it? Did I wanted to come back to Germany as soon as possible? So I will read out a diary entry for you guys, and I translated it into English, or the Google translated it, so maybe not perfect, but here we go. I am now living with my third host family, and so far she is my dearest. Change? What happened? Yeah, they are great. I could rave about them. My host mom loves shopping at least as much as I do, especially since you can do it 7 days a week here in Japan. Stupid Sundays in Germany. Yes, on Sundays the stores are closed here in Germany. However, last weekend she caught a cold. Somehow she was very cute with it. If I wasn't sick we could go shopping. Ian, my favorite store. Oh, Takashimaya, her favorite store. I would go out, but when a colleague sees me, everyone thinks I'm cheating. So we spent the weekend at home, eating, watching TV, and watching pictures of her daughter. She did an art degree, and I think she's very talented. It was also very cozy. Then my host dad was sent to Takashimaya to go shopping, so that there could be at least something delicious to eat. It's also very sweet. Her voice. He never understands what I mean, because he doesn't know our things, and if he doesn't understand it, he doesn't buy it either. Therefore, I always paint the things next to it. They go well together. They have now started to learn German, bought a book with a CD, and now I always hear 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Very bad for the Japanese, E, U, Ö. Very funny for me. I hope the time to come will be as good. Yes, it was. So what do we learn? Don't let other people decide how you think about other people. I was scared for the wrong reasons. Yes, she was very strict, but for me it was in the German way. So my host mother, she was so direct in what she wanted and what she didn't want. And for a lot of Japanese people, that's rude. But she just said what she wanted. So she was a very strong woman. I remember I came to the house and it was very, very nice. And they had two little dogs, and I don't know, I had my own room with like big windows looking out into the garden, and it was like a big double bed. And I have my own bathroom, and I don't know, it was like a very old traditional Japanese house, but in very good condition with a nice garden. And the couple also, they were older, so their son and daughter were already out of the house, and we loved a lot. And she helped me learn kanjis, and she brought from the kindergarten the little kanji cards, and every evening we would learn kanjis like a child. Became the new child because the others were too old, and she started learning with me. And I don't know, we sat together, 3 of us, every evening and morning, and they was just such a cute couple. I mean, not very affectionate like here in Europe you would say, but very funny. And they've been together so long, and they had so many inside jokes, and I think it was nice for them to tell their stories and, I don't know, make fun of each other a lot. I really like that. I can clearly remember the most funniest thing my host dad ever said to me was after I came back after 2 years or something. And I came back, and he went on that they took another house daughter after my stay. I think she was from the north, maybe Finland or something. But they didn't know him so well, unfortunately. And yeah, she must be she didn't really fit into also the school and the family. She was very homesick and she didn't felt like at home or at ease. So she was only with them, I think, for 2 months, they said, so not very long. And after that, they said they wouldn't do it anymore. So I came back just for a week to visit them. And he was like, I always had a picture of you in my wallet, but from I never had. And it was like, okay, that's kind of like sweet, I guess. But my house mother came out from the kitchen and was like clapping him on the head and really like, don't say those things, you pervert. And I was like, okay, yeah, it could sound weird if you had like a picture of a 50-year-old, I guess, in a school uniform, and could be weird, yes. Fun energy, just a nice family. They made so much like dark humor and just direct comments, and it was so hilarious. And I'm looking forward to meeting them all again. I hope they still have the same energy, and I hope they will still accept me. I think I need to learn more Japanese to be on the same level, and I hope to do that in the next years. But it's nice to have a second home, and it's nice to have a place I can call home in Japan when I will be there and I get homesick. I still have a place to go that's not so far away and I don't have to go back to Germany, but I can spend a weekend at my host family place. And also one thing that was totally different from the families before I never called them like father or mother, mom, dad, whatever. But this time I called my mother Okasan and my father Otosan, and that was really like just nice. Like it really made me feel like part of the family. And people ask me if it isn't weird to call like another woman your mother. But I must say that because it's like another word, like it's a Japanese word, so I haven't used the Japanese word for my German mother, right? So it's for me, it's a totally different connection. And also for the father, so no, it wasn't weird. So for German, I have Mama and Papa. And for the Japanese, I have Okasan and Otosan. So it's nice to have a family and a place to come home, and I will come home next year. So thank you very much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe and let this community grow. That's all. See you soon. Bye.